Hi guys, welcome once again to the Gaz Lab, and today I'm going to be just revisiting very quickly the TYT UV380. Some people have been asking me lots and lots of questions about this particular radio, and they've been quite expressive in their views, and which is why I've had to make some changes on the comment section on my channel. Certainly on some videos. Some people felt that it was okay to be unnecessarily expressive, and to be honest with you, I really don't appreciate the tone that some people have taken, and there's really no need. I do these videos for fun. I don't mind people disagreeing with me, that sort of stuff, but you know, the swearing and the really sort of aggressive, negativity, I really don't need. So that being said, this particular radio does have is a direct conversion receiver. Is it a problem? The answer to that question is I don't think it is. I've had this radio now for probably 6 weeks, and I've not had a single issue with it in any way. No desensing, no nothing. And I live in a a very busy sort of RF area, being very close to Heathrow Airport, and I've had no issue at all. The upshot with this radio, I think, is probably makes it worthwhile considering. Beyond anything, is the fact that it shares a lot of the accessories of the MD-380. It shares just about everything really. Apart from the antenna, obviously it's a dual band, but it shares the battery, all the accessories the same, programming cables the same, pretty much everything. And this is a very good radio. We have had it on the machinery at work, and it performs better than some other radios that are available, mentioning no names. So and of course the one big up for me is this is going to be very, very, very cheap, and surprisingly cheap, making it a very sort of cost effective radio. So there you go. So I'm not sure that not being super heterodyne is actually that much of a problem for it. But there again, that's your decision. Of course, I did talk about the AnyTone as well, the D868. Some people just asked a bit more about what I said about the CPS software. I did find it do some strange things on my computer, and it was enough to sort of make me sort of think that the software wasn't all that well written. However, it does have some really good sort of some things going for it, i.e. the import and export of data. It will allow you to import and export an awful lot of data, making the creation of code plugs actually fairly straightforward and fairly quick. We did quite a large sort of code plug, which we're still working on it at the moment, but we did the guts of it in hardly any time at all, really. We managed to, find various sort of free databases and stuff like that, which we could use and populate some parts. So happy days, very, very good sort of software that way, but unfortunately just not made very well, I don't think, the software. This particular radio, you can see here I've got it set to an open spot sort of frequency, and again it's got quite a clear display. Depending on how you sort of program it, it will actually show you different bits and pieces on the display, and again you can just flip up and down through the different bits and pieces using the up and down arrows, and then flick through the different channels up here. It works very well. We've had no complaints. Audio, everything, the receive, everything of this radio is absolutely brilliant, and It is quite a chunk though. It comes as standard with this 3.1 sort of milliamp hour battery, 3100, not the 3.3 as some people expect, but it's as it is as a 3.1. You can still see it's a fair old chunk, and that simply just pops off the back like that, and again you can see it's 3.1 milliamp hour, but it is a chunk, and it is quite a heavy old thing as well. You know, you can see it against sort of the size difference. So there you go, there's that one. And I wanted to show you some other stuff as well. Yeah, this is the new DV stick from DV-Mega, and what this does is it enables you to operate the various modes just using a computer or laptop. And you can download the software from DV-Mega Uria, and again, or you know, we can follow the link off of our website. There's actually I'll put a link down below where you can find the software. This is a very cheap way of doing this. These aren't expensive at all, and all you need is a good set of headphones, one of these things, the software, and a microphone. Now this is an old car kit that I've modified. It was busted in the junk bin, and I've just put a 3.5 connector on the end. That plugs into my computer, and this works exceptionally well. And all I do is just clamp it to a desk and say this works really well. Work the world, no radio needed. Happy days. The other thing as well that's been a lot of talk about and was announced at Dayton was the SDR-Play Uno. Sorry, not Uno, the Duo. This is a dual tuner receiver, same sort of format as the RSP2 with the 2 antenna ports, 3 antenna ports actually, and obviously your reference line and a USB port. And this is in the same case as the RSP2 Pro. Really, really well made bit of kit. Now the big difference with this is that it supports 2 tuners. You've got 2 independent tuners in this, and that's really, really useful for things like diversity and all that sort of stuff. And I can imagine that going forward in, you know, that with the software, Uno especially being proprietary for SDRplay, this is gonna be coming on leaps and bounds. And I can see this being an exceptional receiver going forward. It's also very useful for things like aircraft radar, and also the fact that you can receive radar and then actually maybe listen to airband at the same time. So again, I think this is going to be very, very good and very useful going forward. Now that pretty much I think sums up all the new little bits and pieces that I've got on my bench at the moment. As I say, I'm doing more with this sort of stuff over the next sort of couple of weeks or so, and there's a few things that I want to sort of share with people. I get lots and lots of questions regards, you know, how to do some stuff, and I'm trying to formulate a bit of a plan. Like I said last time, I'm actually in the middle of doing some exams at the moment, and I should really be revising right now, but you know, there's lots and lots of stuff sort of going on just at this moment, so I kind of things free up a little bit in a couple of weeks. So I'm hoping to really sort of get to stuck into maybe some how-to videos going forward for you. Anyway, again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. If you like the videos, then like. If you don't, then don't like them, and feel free to comment. But like I said earlier, please, you know, just keep it fun, all right? Because at the end of the day, I do these for fun. I love showing you guys this sort of stuff, and you know, and I'm lucky. I can borrow those for the evening, bring them home, do a little video on it, and you know, take them back in the morning. That's absolutely fine. And you know, it's good fun. I enjoy doing it for you. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time, and have a good couple of weeks.